This week kicks off a frenzied effort by Senate Republicans to pass their tax code overhaul, with party leaders hoping to bring it to the Senate floor for a vote by Friday. Before that can happen, they need to win over a number of uncommitted senators and jump through some procedural hoops. Here's what to watch for on Tuesday. President Trump plans to attend a lunch with Republican senators at the Capitol. The tax bill will face a key test when the Senate Budget Committee meets to consider the measure later in the afternoon. Democrats on the Budget Committee will object to the tax overhaul in force. Republican senators returned on Monday from the Thanksgiving recess, and one big question loomed as they continued to talk taxes. Will party leaders be able to come up with 50 votes? Senate Republicans will attempt once again to pass major legislation along party lines. Their leadership could never reach that threshold as they tried to repeal the Affordable Care Act earlier this year. They hold 52 seats in the Senate, and they will need 50 votes to pass a tax overhaul, assuming Democrats are unified in opposition and Vice President Mike Pence provides the tie-breaking vote. By Monday night, it was clear that party leaders still had work to do. At least a half dozen Republican senators have expressed concerns about the tax overhaul. Mr. Trump is headed to Capitol Hill midday to drum up support for the bill. But early on Tuesday morning, the president was focused on his frustration with the National Football League and players' civil rights protests. At least 24 players kneeling this weekend at NFL stadiums that are now having a very hard time filling up, he wrote. The American public is fed up with the disrespect the NFL is paying to our country, our flag, and our national anthem. Weak and out of control. The Senate Budget Committee is scheduled to meet at 2:30 p.m. for what is supposed to be a procedural step. The panel is to approve the Senate's tax rewrite, which will actually consist of two pieces of legislation melded together, the tax overhaul and a separate measure that would open up the Arctic National Wildlife Refuge in Alaska to oil and gas drilling. But the vote could hold some suspense. Republicans have only a one-seat majority on the panel, so they cannot afford to lose any of their members. But two Republicans who have expressed concerns about the tax rewrite, Bob Corker of Tennessee and Ron Johnson of Wisconsin, happen to sit on the Budget Committee. On Monday, both Mr. Corker and Mr. Johnson said they could oppose the bill in the Budget Committee if their concerns were not addressed. The Senate Finance Committee, which passed the tax overhaul 2 weeks ago, also provided some fireworks when its chairman, Orrin G. Hatch of Utah, got into a shouting match with Senator Sherrod Brown of Ohio, a Democrat. Watch for similar throwdowns at the Budget Committee as Democrats continue to criticize the bill as a gift to businesses and the wealthy. If the Budget Committee approves the bill, it will be up to Senator Mitch McConnell of Kentucky, the majority leader, to decide when to move toward a full Senate vote. First, the Senate would hold a vote to begin debating the tax overhaul.